Ready? Okay. Sorry I'm late. Are we ready to go?
We are ready.
Are you ready to go, Peter McGee?
Yes, but you're inappropriately dressed.
My 91-year-old father-in-law wants to know why I'm inappropriately dressed. I'm perfectly appropriately dressed because they can only see me from the waist up. They don't know that I'm wearing sandals and shorts. Now you've blown it. You've blown it, old man. Let's go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Professional show business. Shh. Welcome to A Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Folks, unfortunately, there was another terrible milestone in the pandemic because today, the United States surpassed 4 million coronavirus infections. So today, Donald Trump held another one of his virus-side chats, and he had a bombshell announcement. After previously moving the convention from North Carolina to Jacksonville solely so he could have the sort of big crowd that health experts wouldn't allow in North Carolina, he made this decision.
I told my team it's time to cancel the Jacksonville, Florida component of the GOP convention.
Time to cancel the Jacksonville component? That's the component. I've decided to cancel the pasta component of the spaghetti dinner. Instead, we'll all be sucking marinara through a straw on Zoom. Sir, Steve Colbert, CBS, why did you make this decision?
I just felt it was wrong, Steve, to have people going to what turned out to be a hot spot. You know, when we chose it, it was not at all hot. It was free. And all of a sudden, it happened quickly. It happens quickly. And it goes away, and it goes away quickly.
We never thought Jacksonville would become a hot spot because I have heard that the virus is transmitted primarily through breathing, and my understanding is the people of Jacksonville exclusively vape. A lot of medical professionals were telling me that cherry cola vape juice would just wipe this thing right out. But Trump assured a worried nation that he'll still get his time to ramble in front of a microphone.
I'll still do a convention speech in a different form.
Yes, I will still do a speech, but in a different form. Perhaps I will take the form of a ravenous, wolf-headed creature, or maybe a giant, bloodthirsty bird who shrieks through a razor-sharp beak, or maybe an obscenely bloated spider shape with a hideous human face who devours light and spins its webs of darkness to tangle every flicker of human hope in my cocoon of madness and despair. And I will still not lose one evangelical vote. Trump was also on the TV last night talking to Fox's Dr. Mark Siegel, and he immediately addressed the question on everyone's mind. Is his brain broke? See, he's been harping on for weeks now about this cognitive test he took. And just to remind you, it's not a hard test. It includes questions like, name these animals. Well, that's easy. I'll call the first one Corey. The second one there I'll call Lance. And the last one, Corey 2. A lot of people have made fun of his bragging about passing this test. So Trump wanted to demonstrate just how hard this test really is.
The first questions are very easy. The last questions are much more difficult. Like a memory question, it's like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV. So they say, could you repeat that? So I said, yeah. So it's person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Forget Make America Great Again. I think it's time for a new hat. But despite how simple it appears, Trump was proud of his accomplishment.
If you get it in order, you get extra points.
Oh yeah, there are points. It's all part of the game show. So you think you can keep your car keys? Trump warns it gets harder from there.
Now he's asking you other questions, and then 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes later, they say, remember the first question? Not the first, but the 10th question? Give us that again. Can you do that again? And you go person, woman, man, camera, TV. They say, that's amazing. How did you do that?
I'm going to guess the doctors did not say that because Trump's talking about something called the Montreal Cognitive Assessment. It's not an intelligence test. In fact, getting a perfect score merely signifies that the test taker probably does not have a cognitive impairment. I'm going to need something stronger than probably for the person who has the nuclear codes. Wait, unless those are the nuclear codes.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Person,
Woman, man, camera, TV.
Skybird, this is Dropkick with a red dash alpha message. Break. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Launch.
Okay, I feel better now. Then Trump issued a challenge to Joe Biden.
you go person, woman, man, camera, TV. They say, that's amazing. How did you do that? I do it because I have like a good memory, because I'm cognitively there. Now, Joe should take that test.
America is in for the worst debates in history. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Railroad, Scranton, Corn Pop, Barack Obama. Come on, Jack. I think Biden is clearly more mentally stable than Trump, but even if he wasn't, I would still vote for him, because I don't care if we have to weekend at Bernie's this thing. Just shove a stick up his keister and put him on the White House lawn like a scarecrow. At least he let us hear from Dr. Fauci. Now, the rest of the interview wasn't exactly a cavalcade of cranium. For instance, Tuesday, the president made a big show about restarting his coronavirus briefings to prove that now he was really taking the pandemic seriously. Then one day later, when he's asked about COVID testing, he said this.
I personally think it's overrated. It makes us look bad. But think of it. If instead of 50 million, we did 25 million, we'd have half the number of cases. The cases would be down.
Yeah, what you don't test for can't hurt you. Like if Trump never took the cognitive test, we would never know to be this disturbed. Trump's trying to argue that the rise in testing completely explains the rise in cases, but the average number of tests conducted has grown by 80%, while daily case counts have grown by 215%. Now, I think 215 is higher than 80. Let's see. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Yeah, it is. Then Trump turned his attention to White House Task Force coordinator and school librarian who forgot to bring the puppets, Dr. Deborah Birx.
She's an unbelievable woman, a woman of tremendous substance and style, frankly. She has an amazing style. She walks into the room and she can take a scarf and do 15 things with it.
One of my favorites is when she takes the scarf and puts it in front of her face and she's gone. Then all of a sudden the scarf comes down and she's back. It's like, where did she go? Nobody knows. I also like the one where she puts the scarf in front of her face and she shakes and rocks back and forth for a while, and then when she takes the scarf down, the scarf is all wet. What does she do? She have a little glass of water hidden back there? I don't know. All I'm saying is she is an incredible woman, person, man, camera, TV. The conversation then moved on to coronavirus lockdowns. Now, Trump has said he was especially concerned about the mental and physical health of one guy on TV who sounded a little familiar.
I've watched some of these guys. I watched, well, I won't say it because it's not somebody I have a lot of liking or respect for, but a certain comedian that's been locked in his house for a long period of time. And he's like withered away. He's lost the whole deal. He's lost the wit. He's lost so much.
Okay, I don't think it's totally out of line to think that he's talking about me. Not a lot of comedians are still doing their shows right now. Kimmel's off for the summer. Fallon's already back in his studio. I'm the one still locked in my house. So I just have one thing to say to Donald Trump. Thanks for watching, sir. I gotta say, at 74, you're really bringing the youth demo to CBS. But I shouldn't be surprised you're a viewer. My show does feature everything you love. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. I just wish I could watch the president watching me. I tell you, I used to like this guy, but his imitation of me does not sound like me at all. I sound like this, okay? But he's always like, I'm Donald Trump, but that is not what I sound like. We also heard from the man Trump hopes to challenge on Can You Point to the Elephant? Presumptive Democratic nominee Joe Biden, seen here explaining that you gotta leave the nose free for some hair sniffing. Yesterday, Biden appeared at a virtual town hall and had this to say about Trump.
What President Trump has done in going his spreading of racism, the way he deals with with people based on the color of their skin, their national origin, where they're from, is absolutely sickening. We have racists, and they've existed. They've tried to get elected president. He's the first one that has.
Okay, Biden just said Donald Trump is the first racist president. Okay, and I'm being told we have a response from Andrew Jackson. Hot diggity! Woodrow Wilson, get in here. We're in the clear. What do you want? I'm watching Birth of a Nation. Biden says we're not racist. Oh, wow. Call Tricky Dick and all the slave owners. It's party time. Hot damn. Put on some easy, fellas. I want to sing all the words to Gold Digger. Moving on to sports news, and yes, I'm just as surprised as you are. Today is an historic day for DC football fans because after getting rid of the team's previous name, Washington's NFL team will go by the name the Washington Football Team until a new name can be chosen. So, the Washington Football Team is now the Washington Football Team. And I'm being told we have a preview of their new uniform. All right, everybody, welcome to the season kickoff of the Washington Football Team, brought to you by beer, cars, and pills. Pills, swallow 'em. We've got a great show for you tonight. Filmmaker Ava DuVernay is here, but when we come back, meanwhile, join us, won't you?